Alright, now that we have our symbol and our footprint complete for our temperature sensor, we're going to add the new component in to the Excel spreadsheet to finalize it. So I'm making sure I'm in the correct sensors section here, and let's just get the DigiKey page up. So let's copy the manufacturer product number. Let's get that in here, the manufacturer's NXP, add the description, let's grab that. Perfect. The library reference. So when I usually copy the library reference, I like to just copy the design item ID here, since it should be the same name as the file. Paste that in, and then you can type in you can paste that in again, and then afterwards type .sch lib. Alright, and then for the footprint reference, what you can do is you can select the footprint in the PCB library panel, and then you should be able to just select the name of the PCB footprint there as well, and then you can also type in .pcb lib after that. The supplier is DigiKey, of course, and let's copy the supplier part number. So we want the cut tape number, and oops, let me get back to that spreadsheet. Perfect. And the datasheet link, so I'm going to copy the link address, get that in there, and then we're going to call that datasheet. And then we just double check everything very quick to make sure that's okay. Yeah, it looks good. So let's just make sure that gets saved. Let's go back into Altium. Let's just go to the schematic that I have up. And something that I like to do is I like to refresh the components panel by just right clicking and selecting the refresh button. And then we should be able to go to our sensors, and we can see that we have, our schematic symbol and footprint are now added in. And I can drag this sensor directly in there, which is awesome. So you may have noticed in the last clip when I dragged in this schematic symbol, the part number under here didn't populate, it was just an apostrophe. This is like a glitch that Altium has sometimes. So if you want to help resolve this glitch, what you can do is you can try reconnecting to the database library by clicking on like another one of these bubbles, clicking back to the select database type, and then just reconnecting. And then that should just reconnect you to our libraries. And then if you refresh it, go back into the sensors or whatever library you added your component to, it should pop up then. If that still doesn't work, try just restarting your Altium, and then it should be able to pop up. If not, message someone on the team and they can help debug it for you. Now that we were able to successfully add our new schematic symbol and footprint into our design, what we can do now is we can push the new 3D model, the new PCB footprint, and the new schematic symbol to the rest of the team on GitHub. So I'm just going to add in the summary, temp sensor for Altium Libs tutorial. There we go. And let's just make sure I'm going to push these files, and then you can commit to new libs. Again, make sure you're on the new libs branch whenever you do your commits, and then you can push that to the team, and everyone should have that updated in their GitHub when they pull it from the repository. So the last thing I want to show you guys how to do is to make a schematic symbol without using the symbol wizard, which you would use if you were going to create a schematic symbol for an integrated circuit. So if you want to do something simple like a diode, I'm going to start off by placing pins. So I'm going to go into the place menu, click on pin, and then I'm going to place 2 pins. We can place one here, and then we can place one here. Perfect. So I'm going to name this pin, or change the name of it to C for cathode, and I'm going to change the name of this pin to A for anode. the cathode pin is usually labeled as the pin number 1 on the diode, and then the anode is labeled as pin 2 on the diode. I'm also going to hide the names of these pins by clicking on this little eyeball logo beside the name text box, and that'll hide the names for the pins. So in the middle here we can fit in a nice graphic for a diode. So if you want to draw a graphic, what you do is you click place and then you go to line, and you can basically just draw on a line and then use your imagination to kind of make up a schematic symbol that looks nice. So if we're going to go for a diode, I'm going to change my grid size to, let's just say 50 mils, and then I'll bring it up here, and then I'll also bring another line down here like that, and then yeah, I'll just drag that out to make a triangle like such. Then we'll get that little second line at the cathode, or the cathode bar there, and let's just get pin number 1 closer. Perfect. And I'm also just going to place a line here. Let's go to a 10 mil grid, and let's just zoom in. Oh no, Windows is mad at me. There we go. This is honestly just making it look nice. I don't know why Windows is beeping at me, but that's cool. And there you go. That's your diode schematic symbol. Yeah, it's basically very, very simple. You're just, using lines and, just making it look good. That's the advice I can give. It's just kind of just get in there and make it. There's also other things you can do, like make arcs and circles and stuff if you really want to get creative. But most of the time we'll just be sticking to using lines, and hopefully that gives you a good overview, so at least you know what you're doing when you're making a schematic symbol without using the symbol wizard. So thank you, and I hope this video series was very helpful in educating you on how to use our Altium libraries and how to make components and all of the other fun stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching.